Rod Dixon striding through to take second place. He qualifies too. McLeod's there, Spence is there, and Foster just holding Muir off. So those 6 sure to go through, and Steve Jones inside in the second semi-final. So Rono now in pursuit of his first major title. And straight away it's Nick Rose who's taking the lead. Rose in front, with McLeod of England second, Laurie Spence is third, Tony Simmons 4, and Rod Dixon up there 5. Right on the outside, Steve Jones of Wales. And Rose has gone off in front. He's opened up 7 to 8 metres. And now it's 10 or 12. No one taking up the pace except Henry Rono, who decides Rose has gone too far. Now, these two have competed against each other so often on the American circuit, they know each other well. Nick Rose, a member of the Bristol Athletic Club, who, of course, has been at university in America for several years. Now, a former student of the University of Western Kentucky. Rose leads for England. Rono in second place at the moment. Brendan Foster's third. 4th is Tony Simmons. 5 is Laurie Spence. 6 is Nat Muir. 7 is Steve Jones. Mazioki of Kenya going up on the outside. Approaching the end of the first lap, and the gap has closed. And that lap, 62.5 seconds. The interest in this race reflected in the stadium. Almost every seat sold weeks ago. In fact, a lot of the spectators came very late because the sun on the far side 3 hours ago was so hot it was impossible to sit down there. But that stadium now is packed. That stand now is packed. Rose leads, Rono second, Simmons third, Foster 4, Koskai of Kenya 5, Jones of Wales 6, Spence Scotland 7, Muir Scotland 8.
Interesting that when Nick Rose went off, the first man to spot the break was Henry Rono, and he went straight after him, because whenever you talk to Henry Rono, one of the 3 names he'll always mention is Nick Rose. They race against one another in the United States on the boards, and he's got the greatest respect for him. 3 times Nick Rose has beaten Henry Rono, and so it was an immediate response out there. And as David Coleman was saying, conditions have changed so dramatically. At 4 p.m. this afternoon, it was 104 degrees Fahrenheit. It's now 7:40. It's much cooler. There's a wind about, and it even looks as though it might rain.
And Rono steps up the pace because that second lap got 3 seconds. It was a 65.5. First lap, 62.5. So Rono leads. Foster takes up the chase. And Rono's got to test Foster, and the tactics are right. Because Foster, just 4 days ago, had that very hard 10,000-meter race. And clearly, Rono's going to find out what's left in Foster's legs. Rose is third. McLeod 4. So England 2, 3, 4. Nyambui, Tanzania 5. Then the 2 Welshmen, Tony Simmons 6 and Steve Jones 7. Mazioki of Kenya going up on the outside. Nat Muir is there. Laurie Spence, Rod Dixon, Alan Thurlow. But Rono out in front, and Foster now takes him on. Now, is Foster slowing it down or speeding it up? Coming out to complete 3 laps. And Foster said to me the other night when we gave him a lift back to the village after the 10,000 meters, how do you work out Rono? How can you compete against him? Because his tactics seem to be so strange. So, Rono responds. And the mental battle out there, the battle of wills, is developing. Foster, remember, beaten by another Kenyan in the last few strides 4 years ago in this race when Ben Gipcho took the gold medal. And when you look back at the list of former champions in this Commonwealth Games, 5,000 meters, it reads like a Debrett of middle distance running. The champion, Ben Gipcho, now retired from Kenya. Before that, it was Ian Stewart of Scotland. Then Kip Keino of Kenya. Then Mully Hallberger won it twice. And before that, Chris Chataway. So this race has shown that you've got to have a real pedigree in middle distance running to win it.
And there are 3 Kenyans up in the first 5, and that's fascinating because the Battle of Wills was almost like the David Bedford race in Christchurch of 4 years ago. And Mazioki has joined Koskai with Henry Rono. And coming up to join them is the tallest character there, interesting guy there, from Tanzania, Suleiman Nyambui, who so often ran in the shadow of Philbert Bayi, but 4th in the Commonwealth Games 5,000 in Christchurch, and another of the very few men to beat Henry Rono. He's beaten him over 2 miles indoors. The man running in blue, running in 5th place at the moment.
And Rono is really trying to find Foster out.